WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. And today I have something called DeCavo. DeCavo is the cave. And if you take a look at this nice little bottle here, or the big bottle here, you actually see the cave paintings. And this is actually called the handcrafted, and in German it's called the cave whiskey. Because in Hagen, or by Hagen, this is actually matured in the Deccan cave system. We have the Ruhr Valley. If you have Düsseldorf, and then you have Dortmund, over there by Dortmund you have Hagen, then you have some little mountains to start, and in these mountains you had a lot of little caves, and they actually used one of these caves to store their whiskey in. Klaus Worm started the Märkische Specialty distillery in 2010, and the first cask number 1, you can actually watch the video online. That was on the 29th of October 2010. Jim Murray, the god of whiskey, came to there, filled it up himself, tasted that, the moonshine, the white dog, and actually commented on it as one of the best European whiskeys he's ever had, straight from the stills. So they use Munich brewer's malt, which means it's very, very strongly roasted, and then there's this brewery that actually prepares the wort, and then Klaus Worm distills this 2 times in his pot still. The picture, please. You can see this. This is very interesting, very beautifully done. So you can go to www.msb-Hagen, Hagen as a city in Germany.de, and you can actually take a look at their website as well as their shop. Now what I have here is their single malt, 3 years old. This is the 47.3%, costs about, in the big bottle, about 50 euros, $65 at the moment. And this is the cask strength. This is 59.3% ABV. And this runs around 67, almost 70 euros, which is around $85 for a 0.5 liter bottle. So you have to double the prices to have the liter price, which is not very, 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 very cheap, to be honest. All right, let's try this. This is handcrafted, so every little bottle has been filled by a person, not a machine that does all this. And also he does most of the stilling himself. So I have to ask him. I actually have him on my live stream on the 31st of July, Sunday evening at 9 o'clock European time in German. Every Sunday evening in German, I have a live stream, and we will talk about how did he get Jim Murray to actually fill up that first cask, and how did he start doing and all this. So the nose. It's a nice nose, very malt forward, a little bit of fruit moments in there. A little bit of a pear, and there's a little bit of that green wood that's in there as well. Okay, moving now to the cask strength version. Ooh, much better. Oh, there's more aroma, there's more depth, there's more complexity. It's darker. I have currant. I have actually a white, almost even a red currant berry in here. A little bit of breakfast tea, actually. Oh, and the wood. It's actually almost like a sweet rum moment. Wow. Very, very nice. So let's try this. 47.3%, 3-year-old German whiskey, cave whiskey. 100% malted barley. Munich brewer's barley, heavily toasted. Wow, not really my thing. Coswolf's English whiskey, not Scottish, also 3 years old. This is going to be the comparison. I love comparing things. Excuse me, I need a glass. And I have the feeling that this actually might be able to handle this. The only problem I have here is this is a mix, a vatting of, is it 60% red wine and 40% bourbon casks. So I can't find this. This is the batch from March 2017. First fill, oak barrels, non-chilled filtered. Distilled, blended, and bottled in the Cosworth distillery in England, UK. It is a totally different beast, especially because of the finish in the red wine. I do get that youth in there. Wow. It covers its mask with these red wine. Oh, I need a drink of water, I'm sorry. I have to admit that this is, with the red wine finish, a little bit better. And yet this is actually in the finish a tick better than the Cosworths. Wow. The finish compared to the two. This actually tastes older than the Cosworths. I would not have expected that. The finish makes the mouth feel different. I like that red wine in there. And so maybe, Klaus, you should think about finishing a few of these. I'm going to bump this up. In my German video, I actually gave it a C minus. I'm going to give it now a C. Now, moving on to the one that I liked is the cask strength. Oh, I get a lot of vanilla. It's really nice. So let's try this. This is 59.3%. Very nice. Towards the end, you have the youth, you have a little bit of this metallic, but yet a little bit of the green wood, but yet, this is good. Good comparison. I like that. That was actually a very, very nice comparison. I'm just going to put the box over here, and almost as good. All right. And this, the cask strength is even better. I'm going to bump it up to a C+. Good. I like. And maybe that's my problem, that I actually just need, it needs a little bit of time maybe to develop also in the glass. And that's one of my problems when I do my my tastings. I just open it up, pour it, and try it. And that's always a little bit of a problem because some things need time to develop and to acclimate to the environment, to the air, and to the glass, and so on. Okay. Now, C minus, I'm sorry, C plus. German whiskey is always not in the same category as Scotch and bourbon and so on. What I did do, actually, in my German video is I cross-referenced it here with Spade and Bushel. This is a 10-year-old single release, 5,000 bottles worldwide. This is from the Connacht distillery in Ireland. And this is also 59.7%. And I tried it, and it was very interesting that this, the DeCavo, was better than this. And that is unique. A 10-year-old whiskey, and that was a problem with the old barrel wood, actually didn't lost to a 3-year-old whiskey. And this was very, very nice. All right, so I'm going to actually both give them here a value for money for a C. All right, 50 euros for a half-liter bottle, 67 euros for a half-liter bottle. That's getting expensive, people. We're running around $150 for a liter of this, and therefore only a C. But still, that's very, very nice. All right, he's doing a good job, Klaus. Keep up the good work, and I'm looking forward to having more and exciting whiskeys in the future. One little thing I'd like to mention towards the end. They have this nice little gift package over here. So you actually have the moonshine, you have a 12-month-old whiskey, you have the 3-year-old, and you have the cask strength, as well as with the mash. And over here you have a little of the barley in here, and you can actually on an evening go through the entire process of how this is made, which I'm going to do, as I mentioned already, on July 31st, 2018, in German, unfortunately, on my German channel, Whisky aus der Sicht eines Amerikaners. It's exactly the same thing translated as I say in English every time. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. My question of the day is, which whiskey have you had that has been stored below or underground that is actually a good whiskey? McMurra does that in Sweden. Togachi does that in Japan. They actually have an old railway tunnel. They do that. DeCavo does that in Germany. They actually store it underground. I'm even going to say Makers 46. They actually build a nice little thing into that mountain that they store their whiskey in. I was there in the summer of 2017, and outside it was 100 degrees plus, and inside it was like 72, like as if the air conditioning on, because it was underground. It was a very, very unique atmosphere. So what is your favorite whiskey that is actually stored underground? And I'm going to say something from McMurra. That's the Blumenstied. That is the flower of spring. And that was a very, very nice whiskey that was actually finished in a cherry wine liqueur cask. That was good. So please like, please subscribe, and please tell others about this interesting American over here in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Please also comment and tell others. Bye-bye.